Good morning. You're back with Lolli, your favorite kitchen witch, and it's time for us to go ahead and bake some sourdough. The oven is set at 500 degrees and it's nice and hot. We're going to put this in the oven for a couple of minutes to let it get hot, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with our bread. I probably should have put that in there when I turned on the oven, but we'll give it a couple minutes. Okay, so I've got some parchment paper here, and I'm going to put some parchment paper in the Dutch oven, but we're going to get our bread ready, set it on the parchment paper, and then lower it down into our hot Dutch oven. So everything's going to be hot. 500 degrees is really hot, people. So make sure that you have really good pads for your hands. I went ahead and bought some oven mitts. I might have had some, but I bought oven mitts because I'm afraid one of these days I'm going to burn my arm just trying to get it in and out of the oven because 500 degrees is really hot. Okay, so we have our sourdough right here. It's been in the fridge all night. I've washed my hands, and I'm going to pull it out of my proofing basket, and I'm going to set it down on my parchment paper. This is a scoring decorative little knife here. It's got actually a razor blade on the end. You can carve like little designs in the top of your bread. I am going to score it down the center. And then I'm going to draw like little leaves on the top of my bread. And I'll show you what it does here in a little bit. We're going to cook this at 500 degrees for 20 minutes, covered. Then we are actually I did like little triangles. Then we're going to turn the oven down to 450, take the cover off our Dutch oven, and let it cook for another 20 minutes. And then we can remove it from the oven. Go ahead and leave it in the Dutch oven till it starts to cool a little bit, and then you can use the sides of your parchment paper to lift it out of your Dutch oven. And I will show you that real quick while we're waiting for my Dutch oven to get hot. So it's 20 minutes at 500 degrees covered, and then 20 minutes at 450 uncovered. But I am going to show you how we do all this. I baked bread earlier this morning because remember we were making two, and I wanted to show you what it looked like when it was done. Okay, so I take it out of the oven because the last 20 minutes is without a cover. When it starts to cool, I can lift by the corners of this and set it on the counter to cool completely. Then I have my beautiful little sourdough. See, now this is where we've cut it. So it kind of splits, but not all the way through. It kind of makes like a little design on the top. But isn't that beautiful? Now we have some fresh baked bread. We can eat it all, keep it all to ourselves. We can make two and we can share, or you can make several and hand them out to all your friends. They make a great holiday gift. They'd go great with the cranberry salsa we just made and the cranberry relish. But like I said, we're going to lower this down into our hot Dutch oven, cover it, put it back in the oven, let it sit in there at 500 degrees for 20 minutes. Turn down the oven to 450, remove the cover, let it cook for another 20 minutes, pull it out, and you should have a perfectly baked sourdough bread. We're going to go ahead and cut into this. It's cool. This has cooled. I cooked this at 4 o'clock this morning. So we're going to go ahead and cut through our chewy sourdough bread, which it's always a little chewy. And look at that. That is beautiful. Look at that. Lovely. Lovely. We can go ahead and slather a little butter on this. Let's see. Let me get a little bit of butter. I always keep butter on the counter in a butter dish, which is perfectly fine. A lot of people ask if you can keep butter out. I do. My husband likes soft butter on his toast. And let's see how it tastes. There's nothing better than homemade sourdough bread. I know I made it, but I'm going to give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to email me at lollythekitchenwitch@yahoo.com. I can answer any questions for you. And remember, there's people out there that are hurting, people that have lost their jobs, and it is the holiday season. It's time for loving and sharing. So if you can help someone this week, go ahead, help someone. Y'all have a great day.